Hello, and today I'm going to talk about the most dangerous products according to the FDA. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money. I'll never waste your time with sponsored ads or videos. So if you want to help support the channel, check out nobsbeauty.com, check out my Patreon community, or click on the link below. Okay, so the FDA has a website called the Center for Adverse Event Reporting, which people can self-report incidents they've had with products. A lot of times people go to the doctor with a rash or something, and the physician will fill out the report. So they've compiled all of these on spreadsheets. It doesn't just apply to beauty products. It applies to vitamins, prescriptions, food, things like that. So as a kind of a geek, I spent the weekend going through them all. And I was not expecting to see this, but there's trends on there with few specific products that have the most amount of complaints. So this is not according to me, this is just what I've read. So there's actually, I would say, about 10 products that have the majority of the complaints. So the first one is When Haircare. You will notice if you look at the reports, you will see a lot of people with complaints about When Haircare. And the complaints actually ended up resulting in a large class action lawsuit against the company, which is owned by Guthy Ranker, which is a bigger company. So this applies to When Haircare, their shampoos, their conditioners, their nourishing cleansers, various products. The complaints revolve around alopecia, which is like loss of hair. Dandruff. Another one is trichorexis, which is damage to the hair shaft that causes hair to break off easily, slowing down hair growth, which people have had issues with, especially if you're trying to grow your hair out. It all ends up breaking off, and you end up with very short, damaged hair. So when it actually ended up paying a lot of money because of that class action, and I still see it sold on QVC a lot. And I'm not exactly certain. I never tried When Haircare. I've never really been interested in it. And after reading some of these reports, I'm certainly not interested in it. And this ties into the next product, which you will see a ton of complaints about this brand. And it's Monat Haircare. And they've got tons of different products. They're Monat Global. They're actually an MLM, so they're owned by a bigger company, an MLM, a multi-level marketing company, which is like Mary Kay or Avon or Amway. So people recruit people to go sell it and kind of works their way up the pyramid. Everyone else gets cash, and then the person selling works their little tails off to make a little bit of money, and everyone else up the ladder makes more. So very controversial. So this is relating to several products from the brand. Their shampoos, conditioners, hairsprays, cleansing conditioners, deep conditioners, intense repair masks, their men's shampoo, their Revive shampoo, their mousses, hairsprays, everything the brand makes has tons of complaints. And you'll see a lot of similarities with the When. We've got complaints of alopecia, dandruff, hair texture damage, skin ulcers that have led people to doctors, dry skin, scalp scabbing, again that trichorexis, which is the hair shaft damage causing hair to shorten and break off very easily, all the way to scabbing of the scalp and even open wounds causing people to go to see their physician. The brand is huge. I mean, they've got tons of products. It's amazing, though. I was expecting to see like one or two products to be the center of most of these complaints, and it was all over the place with different products from them. So another brand I haven't tried anything from, but I'm certainly not excited to try anything from them. And just hearing that they're an MLM doesn't get me really excited either. Okay, another product, one that I've actually used, is the center of a lot of complaints, also an MLM, and that is the Rodan & Fields Lash Boost. And this one specifically had a lot of complaints. However, there were also complaints about Grand Lash, Revita Lash as well. Complaints of eyelash mydrosis, eyelash pruritus, hortolome, erythema of the eyelid, and then basically like eye pain, eye cysts, eye color change, which is actually a known side effect of these, where your eye color, like if you have a light color eyes like blue, it can end up turning like brown or darker, and once that happens, it's permanent. And a lot of people, when they first started purchasing this, didn't know what people know now about that. People also complained of headache, dry eyes, which is why I stopped using a lot of these eyelash serums. Vascular injury, photophobia, which is like sensitivity to light, things like that. There have been, I just ended up getting too freaked out. My eyes were continually dry, after I used this one, I did notice the best effects with this one, but I eventually moved on to other brands because I wasn't so big on the MLM, but I ended up moving on to like Babe Lash and Grand Lash, and my eyes were always dry and sensitive, and finally, after I stopped using it, I realized this was what was causing the dryness. But people also noticed cysts, sty, like a sty in their eye, and sometimes it'll even get so large that people have had to have surgery on them, just because it blocks the tear ducts, and then things get backed up and you end up with all kinds of bad things. And then people have noticed like their lashes just falling out after using them for a period of time. So this product specifically has a lot of complaints, but Revitalash, Grand Lash also do have some complaints as well. And a little bit scary. I don't know. If I had blue eyes, I don't think I'd want them changing color. Just me. Okay, so the next product is EOS, Evolution of Smooth, and their lip balms. They have a variety, and I will say that the complaints weren't specifically limited to one flavor. They've got a variety of them. So it wasn't specifically about the mint flavor or the vanilla flavor or the melon flavor. It was a variety of them. And this actually resulted in, I believe, another class action. People noticed a rash around their mouth, cheilitis, which is like where the corners of your lips get cracked, and like every time you open your mouth, it like bleeds a little bit. I get it sometimes in the winter just because of how dry the air is. People have noticed just irritation, chapped lips, lip pain, to the point where there was a class action lawsuit involving them. And I don't exactly remember if everyone got money on that one or not, but they were investigated. And I do want to say that, in my opinion, a lot of lip products that contain mints, peppermint can be very drying to skin. So I don't necessarily know if this was just a very popular product. And because it was popular, more people used it, and some people did notice issues with it. But you can certainly overuse lip balms. I don't know if it's because of the shape of it, that people were applying it all the way around, and they did get rashes and things. But overall, it's a product you should do your research on. Just out of curiosity, I wonder if this one contains a mint ingredient at all. I don't see a mint ingredient in here, but I do see synthetic florglyphyte, which can be drying, so I'm not exactly certain, but it's very interesting. So that is another one of those products that has a lot of FDA complaints. Another one, the Dove Naturium Blue Fig and Orange Blossom Cleanser. I try and avoid body cleansers that have a lot of fragrance in them, just because it does increase the likelihood of irritation, but people got rashes from it, pruritus, skin irritation, rashes, things like that. I don't necessarily think it's anything Dove did. I just think it's part of the fragrance. But that specific variation, the Blue Fig and Orange Blossom, had more complaints than anything else. So another brand that has a lot of complaints, Native Deodorant. I just got a little tiny sample of it. I haven't tried the full size of it, but this one is also a deodorant that contains a lot of fragrance. Let me look at this. It's got lavender oil, rose geranium oil in it, which just increase the likelihood of issues. But there are a lot of people, they complained about rashes, site application odor, bacterial infection, and fungal infection from the deodorant. I'm not exactly sure how they get a bacterial infection from it, but that's one of them that's on there. And this specific deodorant has multiple complaints, but I'm sure a lot of people use this brand without any issues. So again, I kind of think it comes down to some of the fragrant ingredients in here. And then the Chanel brand, a couple of their perfumes show up on here a few times. And the complaints to the perfume were malaise and nausea. I don't know if a perfume makes you nauseous. I don't think I would ever use it again. Just a thought. But it's Chanel, so it's got to be good, right? Okay, another brand, the Yes To brand. They make several different products. They're Yes To coconuts, Yes To cucumbers. They make masks, a lot of different things. But their paper masks actually have a few complaints of skin irritation, skin sensitivity, and burning sensation. And I did try a couple of those Yes To coconuts, like the paper mask and things, and I did notice a little bit of irritation, but being me, I just assumed it was from the fragrance. So, but that Yes To brand does have a few complaints, but they're also pretty big. So a lot of people probably use them every day without any issues. And then two more things, henna products in general. They have people that notice rash from them, irritation, and a chemical burn. So be cautious of henna. And then various at-home hair dyes, Claricel, all those different things. People noticed rashes, scalp irritation, dryness, things like that. And hair color has, in just to make the hair change color, contains number of different chemicals, which some of contain ammonia, which can be irritating, peroxide, things like that. So the at-home hair colors have always been kind of problematic. So just be very cautious when you use them. Do a patch test, because once you put on your whole hair and your scalp, you're done. I mean, if you're going to have an issue with it, it's going to be a long time before you feel better. So anyway, I'm interested in hearing from you guys if you've tried any of these most dangerous products, especially the two hair care brands that I haven't tried, and what your thoughts are on them. So, or if you've had any other issues with any other brands, certainly leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. And stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much.